1 week ago Monday, Shawn Michael Farrell II, age 24, gave his life for our nation. He was on his second tour of duty in the Nejrab district of the Kapizi province in Afghanistan when his unit was attacked with small arms fire. In that attack, a young man who since starting high school wanted to be a soldier gave his life. Army Sergeant Shawn Farrell entered the military service 6 years ago. In 2010, he arrived at Fort Drum. Less than a year later, he was deployed on his first tour of duty in Afghanistan. Just 5 months ago, in November of 2013, Sergeant Farrell began his second tour. At the time of his sacrifice, Shawn was assigned to the 1st Battalion, 32nd Infantry Regiment, 3rd Brigade Combat Team, 10th Mountain Division, out of Fort Drum here in New York. Sergeant Farrell is a highly decorated soldier. In his short life and career, he was awarded the Army Commendation Medal, 2 Army Achievement Medals, the Army Good Conduct Medal, the National Defense Service Medal, 2 Afghanistan Campaign Medals, the Non-Commissioned Officers Professional Development Ribbon, the Army Service Ribbon, the Overseas Service Ribbon, the NATO Medal, a Combat Infantryman Badge, the Expert Infantryman Badge, the Air Assault Badge, and posthumously a Purple Heart. Sergeant Farrell also completed the Warrior Leader course, the Air Assault course, and the Combat Lifesavers course. Shawn Farrell is a graduate in 2008 of the Rondout High School in Accord, New York. Like so many in our community, Shawn was an avid outdoorsman. He was loved by his friends and his neighbors and his classmates as a playful young guy who was filled with joy. As a student, Shawn was not only recognized as a leader, but the best kind. Shawn, his guidance counselor said, led by example. He was so committed to serving his country that while still in high school, Shawn signed up for the Army Reserve Unit in Bullville, New York. And immediately upon following his graduation, he entered active duty. This 24-year-old hero leaves a legacy of pride and service. He is already and will always be missed by his family, his moms, Tracy Kelleher and Heather Stokes, his dads, Shawn Farrell and David Stokes, his brothers, Brandon, Jake, and David, his sisters, Jenna and Aiden, and his grandparents, Sharon Babaliza, Doreen Knowles, Jacqueline Knowles, and George Sulkberg. Most of all, Shawn Michael Farrell II leaves behind the love of his life, his partner and his wife of 1 year and 4 months, Allison Hilbrand Farrell. Our community in Accord and Stone Ridge, in Ulster County in the Hudson Valley, join these grieving friends and relatives and a grateful state and nation in mourning the loss of this young life. We also mourn the wounds that 19,964 other individuals have suffered and the 3,437 other individuals who have given their lives in the Afghanistan war, including, Mr. Speaker, Private First Class Christian J. Chandler, age 20, of Trenton, Texas, who also gave his life in service to his country in a coordinated attack on that Monday 1 week ago. As we stand here today, Mr. Speaker, Sergeant Farrell's remains are being returned to the Stewart Air Base and will be escorted to his home in Accord, New York. And I ask you, Mr. Speaker, and my colleagues to join me in pausing to mourn the untimely passing of Sergeant Shawn Michael Farrell II.